A good evening to you from Joplin, Missouri, and Ozark Christian College. The final game of Day 2 in this 2019 ACCA Men's Basketball National Championship, and the final team ready to book their trip to the semifinals. Our final quarterfinal of the game is the number 5 seed and host Ozark Christian Ambassadors at 13 and 16, and the 4 seed Arlington Patriots at 15 and 15. There's the bracket. As you can see, the winner of this game plays Los Angeles, the top seed ULA, winning easily over Barclay earlier today. The loser gets Barclay in the consolation bracket tomorrow afternoon. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. We're going to start with the host school, Ozark Christian, the 5 seed from here in Joplin, Missouri. Head coach Chris Lamb in his 17th season here at Ozark and 32nd coaching overall is starting number 10, Tyler Allerid, number 25, Nicholas Sarin, number 35, Bryce Money, number 41, Miles Dressler, and number 45, Tanner Moore. For the defending champs, Arlington, the Patriots from Arlington, Texas, under Glenn Hartston in his first season, starting number 3, Jashun Petit, number 10, Jordan Williams, number 15, Trey Mallard, number 21, Tashawn Garrett, and number 32, Kennedy Jones. So that's the starters for both of these teams. As I mentioned, Arlington is the defending champions. They won last year, defeating Kansas Christian. So far this year, they're 10-1 against ACCA opponents. They beat Kansas 2 out of the 3 times they played them, swept Champion in 3 games, defeated Rama twice, and defeated Barclay 2 times. They've also defeated Ozark 1 time. Back on December the 7th, Arlington won in Arlington, Texas, 102-90 over Ozark. That was the lone meeting between these 2 schools, and again, it was in Arlington. So the Patriots got a 12-point victory over the Ambassadors. Ambassadors lost 101-89 against Kansas in the first round of the Southwest region last weekend. Arlington won their first 2 games against Barclay and Kansas in the Southwest region, then lost to Randall in the championship of that region. So Arlington, the defending champs here in the ACCA, wins the tip, and it'll be Williams to bring it into the forecourt. Jordan Williams under 12 points per game, just under 12 at 11.9. Here's Mallard to the bucket. A lot of familiar faces from last year's championship team for the Patriots. The new coach is Glenn Hartston in his first season. Mallard top of the key, right side Williams with 4 on the shot clock, long on the 3, offensive rebound by Garrett. Put back no good, underneath. Mallard had it blocked, but staying with it was Garrett. So Arlington had to work for it, but they get the first points of the ball game. Sarin, Allerid on the left side. Lots of newcomers for Ozark Christian. Same result in their conference tournament, though. They won the MCCC for the 2nd consecutive year. Bryce Money got it to Dressler on the block, and we are tied at 2. Bryce Money 4th in scoring in the ACCA at 21.2 points per game. Ozark 2nd, tied for 2nd in points per game at 81.5. Arlington, good shooting team at 47%. That's 3rd best in the ACCA. Open look in the corner. Long on the 3 is Mallard, but the putback underneath by Garrett for 2. Sarin into the lane. Throws it left side for Allerid. Allerid gets it to Money. Money for 3, around the rim, no. Tip for the rebound, Arlington saves it. It was saved by Mallard to Petit. Here's Mallard into the forecourt, swinging to Williams, catch and shoot 3, yes. Patriots leading by 5. Ozark, I mentioned, won that Midwestern Christian Collegiate Conference tournament for the second straight year as Miles Dressler buries a triple. They won it 78-77 over Manhattan. Bryce Money's 2 free throws with 6 seconds left won it. Last year they defeated Barclay in that championship game in that conference. So back-to-back trophies in the MCCC for Ozark. Mallard long 3, and Money will chase down the rebound. Bryce Money averaging over 21 points a game. Into the circle, into the lane, and he's held on the floor. First foul of the game belongs to Arlington. Sarin will inbound with 24 on the shot clock. And Dressler ties us at 7. Back door was wide open. Williams into the forecourt, the sophomore. Garrett on the elbow, drives into the lane, lost the ball, but Jones is there. Top of the key, Williams, left side, Petit. Zone 2-3 for Ozark. Petit, nice pass underneath. Garrett all alone. Arlington back up on top. Tyshawn Garrett just under 6 points per game. The freshman, one of several freshmen. As I mentioned, there's some familiar faces for Arlington, but a lot of new ones as well. Dressler had that go off the side of the backboard. Stayed with it, though, and got the putback on the offensive glass. Williams into the forecourt. Here's Mallard in the corner. Williams triggers the 3 off the front rim. Ball batted. Alarid chases down the rebound. Money fakes the 3. Step back jumper, nice crossover, and Bryce Money gets the home crowd fired up with that jumper. Pretty move by Bryce Money, the senior from Wichita, and the conference MVP in that tournament. 48% shooter from the field. What a senior season for him. We've seen this before from seniors for Ozark. They tend to come up big for Chris Lamb in this tournament. Shot clock down to 5. Quick trigger by Jones, and he ties us at 11. Kennedy Jones is one of those returning players and a senior along with Petit, the 2 seniors for Arlington this year. Dressler underneath it's Moore, and Moore is held. Miles Dressler's played so big here already in the first 5 minutes of the game. Dressler missed all of last year with a torn ACL, and this year the sophomore was 16 points per game and a 52% shooter. Chris Lamb happy to have him back. He's got 2 more. He's up to 7 points here in the early going. He's got 7 of Ozark's 13. Williams into the forecourt. Jones steps inside the arc, buries a jumper. And this is a good Arlington shooting team. Kennedy Jones at 55% from the field. Alarid, Moore from the half circle off the back iron. There's Money flying in, giving his team the lead back. Williams across midcourt. Again, 2-3 zone for Ozark. Jones over to Petit. Petit fakes the 3, drives around all the defenders and draws contact, so he'll go to the line. Sarin picks up the foul. It's the first on Ozark, 2 on Arlington here at the 14:08 mark. Petit, 80% free throw shooter. And he misses the first. Petit from Fort Worth. It's 1 out of 2, so Ozark's lead is 1. Bryce Money into the forecourt. Bounce pass underneath. Moore tried to dunk it. Good defense by Garrett. Bounce pass goes to Jones. Rises and scores. 16-15. Allered on the near side, guarded by Williams. Man for Arlington, and a nice defense again by Garrett. This time disrupting the pass and the steal. Bucket no good underneath by Mallard, and then we've got a foul called on Arlington. Brett Campbell coming in, number 23 for Ozark, replacing Tanner Moore. Sheldon Hodges, number 30. Bryce Morgan, number 13 for Arlington, checking into the game. Ozark trailing by 1. Money. Sit over to Allered for 3, can't get it to go. Petit's on the run out. Turns on the jet, short on the jumper, but Jones cleans it up. And Arlington leads by 3. Money thought about the 3. Sarin for 3, swishes it through. Sarin, who shoots at 43% from downtown, averages 10.5 points per game. Hodges underneath, it's Morgan coming off the bench and putting his team back up. Bryce Morgan averaging 3.7 points per game off the bench, getting his first field goal here in the tournament. Money, the floater, off the back iron, rebound controlled by Jones. Patriots have won 3 of the last 5 ACCA titles. Also won in 2014 and 2015. Allered. Petit thought he had a steal, but lost it out of bounds. Jordan Walters checking in, number 21 for Ozark, replacing Allered. Bryce Money, catch and shoot 3. Ooh, we got hit, no call. Arlington got away with one there. In the corner, it's Hodges, now Petit. They're looking under for Morgan. Here's Petit back to Hodges. Hodges, couple of pumps, shot no good. Money, the rebound. Sarin, quick pass over to Campbell for downtown, and that will go out of bounds. Brett Campbell usually 32% from behind the arc. 20-18, Arlington leading the host school Ozark. Hodges on the left. Petit on the right. Jones turnaround jumper just inside the charity stripe. Kennedy Jones remains hot. Another 2 to his total. Arlington by 4. Walters on the far side of your screen. Money on the wing. Here's Dressler from the charity stripe. Ball tipped. Jones the rebound. Here comes Petit. Petit 1 on 4, and he draws a foul. It'll be the second on Arlington, or excuse me, second on Ozark, 3 on Arlington. Campbell picks up his first. Tyshawn Garrett returning for Arlington, replacing Kennedy Jones. Good minutes for him to start this game. Open look, Hodges dared to shoot, goes in and out. Good box out by Campbell to pull down the rebound. Sarin into the forecourt. Sarin into the lane, short on the jumper. Garrett the rebound. It's Williams. Bounce pass to Garrett. Defender fell down, and Dressler gets the call. Charge is the call. Garrett picks up his second, team's fourth. Dressler out. Tanner Moore into the game. Number 33 for Ozark is Cooper Almaschlecker, and he'll inbound it. Brandon Harris, number 24 for Arlington, checking into the game as well. Number 30, Sheldon Hodges, also out there. Not sure if I mentioned him yet or not. Petites, again, going quickly, a little bit out of control. Lucky for him, Hodges was there. Over to Harris, back to Petit. Harris on the right, top of the key, it's Jones. Jones, entry pass deflected. Morgan comes up with it, though, and scores. Bryce Morgan gives him steam, a 6-point advantage just past the midway point of this opening half. Campbell throws cross-court, pocket picked by Morgan. Good anticipation, although the pass was not great either. Kennedy Jones, baseline shot, yes. Timeout Ozark. Arlington pulling ahead by 8. 26-18, 9:24 left to go here in this first half. We'll be back with more ACCA basketball action after this. We've heard from a few folks on Twitter so far this week. Back to live action, by the way. Ozark with the basketball, trailing by 8. Quick timeout. Allred comes back into the game. Bryce Money for 3. Goes in and out. Kennedy Jones with the good box out. Then Money steals it away. Tries to drive on Jones. Can't get the bucket. Long rebound controlled by Harris. Outlet to Williams. Williams, no, but he's fouled in transition. Krishima, glad to be with you here tonight. Final of 6 games here today. We got 6 more tomorrow and 6 more on Saturday. The weather is looking, first it looked good for Saturday today, and now it's looking real bad for Saturday. There's a little strip of snow that might come to us, and it's in the 6 to 12 inches range, and it's supposed to start on Saturday, so fingers crossed. 27-18. Would be nice if it would hold up until about Sunday afternoon. Get everybody out of here. But that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Kick ball there. Nick Sarin back into the game. Dressler also back out there. They join Allred and Moore, as well as Walters. That's the 5 for Ozark right now. Dressler turnaround shot, no. Trying to follow it. Allred pulls down the rebound on the deflection. Ball out to Sarin. Walters between the circles. Sarin on the left. Walters goes right side now to Allred. Dressler bounce pass from Moore, and Moore picks up the assist. Ozark needed that bucket. They had gone cold. Arlington's lead is 7. Williams, it's like a 1-3-1 now for Ozark. Catch and shoot. Williams for 3, goes in and out. Kennedy Jones, the putback. Kennedy Jones, 6'5", but he plays big. Reminds me a little bit of Barkley's rebounding. I don't think Barkley was more than 6'4", but he was one of the great rebounders in the game of basketball. Open look for Sarin, the rainbow three around the rim, no. Rebound controlled by Hodges. Here comes Arlington, pushing as always. Head coach Glenn Hartston is from the same coaching tree as Clifton McDaniel, the women's coach and athletic director. So you know how fast Coach McDaniel likes to play. Morgan called for the travel, and the turnover gives the ball back to Ozark. Arlington by 9. The defending champs 10-1 against ACCA opponents this year. Only Kansas shoots better than them as a team. It's like Arlington's in a 2-3 zone now. Good ball movement, finding the open man, Walters, and Walters buries the triple. Walters just 27% from behind the arc this season. The sophomore from Mount Vernon, Missouri. Here's Williams, bounce pass out, and that's deflected off Ozark, so it'll stay on this side of the floor. .6:35 left to go here in the first half. We'll take a 15-minute break at halftime. Petit returns for Arlington. Harris is out for the Patriots. Williams over to Hodges. Here's Petit for three with 6 on the shot clock. Allered on the miss with the board. Allered scoops it to Dressler. Dressler, hop step, got it off the glass. 4-point ball game. Williams, Petit. In the corner, it's Morgan. Cross court to Williams on the left wing. Petit drives in, back out to Williams. Extra pass to Hodges from downtown. No, rebound controlled by Sarin. Sarin, one-on-one, yes, taking on Williams and scoring. The lead is 2 for Arlington. Hartston calls for time. We'll step aside here as well. Well, we showed the graphic of the past winners. Last 3 men's tournaments, we've had 3 different winners. Arlington, as I mentioned, has won 3 since 2014, but a lot of parity in the men's side. Arlington women, of course, have dominated since their inception. Randall, I think, won the previous 4. Arlington and Randall have won 4 apiece over the last 8 years. 4 in a row for Arlington. Prior to that, 4 in a row for Randall. Randall's no longer a member, though. Allered for 3, buries that triple, and Ozark has come back to take a 1-point lead. Petit on the right. Ozark remains in a zone here. Kennedy Jones, open look. A rare miss so far tonight for Kennedy. Allered over to Sarin on the right. Catch and shoot, Dressler, corner 3, no. Moore got the rebound. Moore put back, no. Rebound controlled by Morgan for Arlington. Williams looking to push. Williams to the bucket, falling to his left, and somehow got that to go. Jordan Williams for the Patriots puts his team back up by 1. Allerid to Dressler. Dressler on the elbow. Cross court to Walters on their wing. Dressler gets it back to Walters. Here's Moore for 3, an air ball. They say it drew the rim, though. That ball knocked out of bounds, though, and Ozark not looking good on that particular possession. Alma Schlecker and Money coming back into the game for Ozark. Tyshawn Garrett back out there for the Patriots. And Alexander Holmes, number 33 for Arlington, on for the first time. Abram Monroe, number 5, also out there for the Patriots. They join Petit and Williams as the 5 on the floor. Williams fakes the 3, drives in, got caught up in the air. Holmes tried for the putback, ball batted around. Monroe comes up with it. Over to Williams in the corner. Petit top of the key, and he'll back it out. Petit turns on the Jets, goes around the entire defense and scores. Arlington by 3. Sarin catch and shoot 3 off the front of the rim, and Monroe is fouled. It'll be the 4th on Arlington. Both teams with 4 here late in this first half. Been a pretty clean game, knock on wood. That has not been the case for at least the first day of the men's tournament. Second day, the play has gotten a little more smoother. Sarin Dressler gets it out to Allerid. Money for 3. Missed it short. That's going out of bounds. Back to Arlington. Winner of this game plays in the semifinal game against University of Los Angeles, and that'll be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Petit left of the lane, fires the jumper, bricks it, and Sarin with the board. Money on the left. Sarin between the circles. Alma Schlecker for 3. Can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. Garrett able to tap it to himself. Monroe pushes. This is Mallard back into the game. Trey Mallard cut off on the baseline, but found Garrett driving to the hoop for 2. Garrett with 2 more to his total, and Arlington leads by 5. Allerid underneath Dressler. Extra pass. Allerid now for 3. Yes! He has got a rifle of a shot. Tyler Allerid. 35% from downtown. Petit to Monroe. Monroe drives in, cut off. The ball deflected, taken away by Money. 2-on-2. Bryce will take it himself and score. We are tied yet again at 35. Very tight game in this 4-5 matchup. Arlington, the defending champs, the 4 seed at 15-15. Ozark and the Ambassadors, the 5 seed at 13-16. Looks like we're going to get a foul called here on Arlington. Frustration foul on Trey Mallard. Mallard's 2nd. That's the team's 5th. Kennedy Jones back out there. Brandon Harris also returned for Arlington. Inside a minute to go here in the opening half. Money to Dressler. Ball swung to Allerid driving. Now we'll back it up. Sarin. Allerid left alone again, and again he hits another 3. 3-point lead for Arlington, or excuse me, for Ozark. And the shot clock and game clock are basically the same. Harris caught up in the air, backs it out. Petit will run some time here. Kennedy Jones from the half circle. Can't get the roll. Offensive rebound by Garrett, yes. Ozark's got 10 seconds to work with, and Bryce Money has the ball right where he wants it, in his hands. Money hoists off the back of the rim, and the first half comes to an end. An exciting one here in the quarterfinals. Ozark, the host school, takes a 1-point lead into the locker room. We'll take a 15-minute break, folks. Come back and bring you the second half, first half numbers as well. And that's all coming up after this timeout. You're watching the 2019 ACCA Men's Basketball Tournament from Joplin. We'll be back in 15. Welcome back to Joplin, everybody. 38-37. Good one here in the final quarterfinal on day 2 of the 2019 ACCA Men's National Basketball Championship. Ozark gets the basketball, turns it over, driving to the bucket and scoring is Williams. So right back to it. Arlington back on top. Shooting is roughly even, 44% for Arlington, 43% for Ozark. Arlington just 1 of 10 from behind the arc. Ozark 6 of 18. But Arlington has hit 2 more field goals so far than Ozark. Leading scorer in the game is Miles Dressler, 7 of 11 shooting, 15 points to lead all scorers. 2 players in double figures for Arlington. It's Kennedy Jones, 7 of 10 shooting. He's got 14. T-Shawn Garrett has 10. Jordan Williams with 6 as well for Arlington. For Ozark, I mentioned Dressler with 15. Tyler Allerid has 9. 6 for Bryce Money, 5 for Sarin. And those are your scoring leaders after 20 minutes. Ozark back up by 1, 40-39. These two teams have been tied 5 times. We've now had 8 lead changes. T-Shawn Garrett makes it 9 lead changes as Arlington goes back up by 1. Arlington and Ozark here in the quarterfinal. Winner gets to play the top seed, Los Angeles College of Divinity, and that'll come up tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Turnover again for Ozark. On the run out, Petit, yes, on the assist from Mallard. Arlington leads by 3, and a player shaken up for Ozark. Nicholas Sarin, who's okay. These two teams meeting for the second time this season. Arlington won in Arlington back on December 7th, 102-90. Allerid on the right side for Ozark. Moore at the free throw line. Allerid hesitates. Dressler looking for Moore to cut. Miscommunication and a steal by Garrett. 4 on 3, laying it up and in is Mallard off a nice bounce pass from Petit. And Arlington with a 6-0 run goes back up by 5. Bryce Money. Both teams have been in the zone here tonight. Money on the right side, 5 points for him. Throws cross court. Allerid for 3. Grazes the rim, that's all, and Moore can't get there in time. Turnover, and the ball goes back to Arlington. The defending champs, Arlington, winning last year over Kansas in the final. Not an easy road for the defending champs today, playing Ozark, and then if they're able to beat Ozark, as Garrett gets the bucket, it's an 8-0 run now for Arlington. If they're able to get by Ozark, then they got to play the top seed. And ULA, the Cubbies look real good this afternoon in their quarterfinal game. Semifinals tonight or tomorrow night at 6 and 8 p.m. Ball deflected out, and Ozark with the turnover. If Arlington gets a bucket here, I got to think there'll be a timeout for Ozark. Petit into the forecourt. Deshaun Petit, 3 points, 2 assists, and a steal. Looking to be aggressive here and buries the mid-range jumper. 10-0 run, and Chris Lamb will call for time. Ozark up against it. Arlington leading by 9. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. 10-0 run for Arlington. They lead at 49-40. Bryce Money into the forecourt. Chris Lamb just gave it to his team during the timeout. We'll see what they come out with here. Need a bucket. Arlington, good shooting team. Only averaged 79 points a game, which isn't bad, by the way, but oh boy, a turnover out of a timeout. That'll never make a coach happy. Petit's short on the layup. Ball batted into the backcourt. Petit wins it for his team. Petit alley-oop. Coming up short, Trey Mallard. And Mallard called on the foul as he poked Dressler. Second team foul on Arlington here in the second half. None yet for Ozark with 16:15 to go in the game. Mention what the winner gets to do tomorrow. The loser will play Barclay in a consolation game that'll be at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Winner of that game would play for 5th place on Saturday. The loser plays for 7th Saturday as well. Allered, bounce pass by Moore to Dressler. Dressler had it blocked by Jones. Stays with it, got the reverse. So that ends a 10-0 run from Arlington. Patriots lead by 7. Petit. Here's Jones from the half circle. Yes. Kennedy Jones now 8 for 11 shooting. 16 points. 7 rebounds. Bryce Money in the corner. I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive here tonight. He's been passive. Bryce Money just 6 points. Moore waits for the defense and draws the foul. Kennedy Jones wants a travel called. Garrett called for the foul. It's 3 now on Arlington. Tanner Moore at the charity stripe. He is a 67% free throw shooter. Buries the first one. Moore rims in the second. Ozark leads, or trails by 7 now to Arlington. Petit. Williams from way downtown. Yes! Jordan Williams, 37% three-point shooter, puts his team back up double figures. This is the biggest lead of the night, I should say, for Arlington. Their previous biggest lead was 9. Bryce Money scoops it to Dressler. Moore. Sarin dared to shoot, missed it back iron, tip for the rebound. Dressler gets it. Dressler to the bucket, can't get the roll off the back of the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ozark. They're actually going to get a foul called on Dressler for over the back. That's the first on Ozark here in the second half. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from Ozark Christian in Joplin, Missouri. My 6th year covering the ACCA tournament. First year was 2014. Arlington under then Cliff McDaniel won that year. Petit, yes. Biggest lead of the night for Arlington is 12. Bryce Money, there's the aggressiveness that I've been looking for from Money. And a big bucket there. Got to get stops now if you're Ozark, though. Put a run of your own together. Arlington put a 10-0 run together. Now they are feeling it. Mallard for 3. Arlington by 13. And we have a timeout. We'll step aside and come back here in about 30 seconds. That's my kitty. That's Rogue, and evidently I'm not keeping her entertained. She's watching back home, and she's dead asleep. What a life. There is no cat on the planet that has a better life than that cat. We spoil her rotten. Krishima, glad to be back with you. I miss you, my friend. I'll be home in another week and a half, unless I get snowed in Joplin for the next month and a half. There's a lot of winter weather coming this way. Petit drives to the bucket. Nice cut by Morgan, who came in and made an immediate impact. So Arlington, all of a sudden, up by 15 points here in this one. Dressler, yes. Ozark, they don't have problems scoring the bucket. They got to get stops on this end, though. Got to put a run together. Patriots, I was starting to say before the timeout, went on a 10-0 run early on in this half. Petit for three. Can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. Morgan, yes, on the putback. Second chance opportunities. Never a good thing when you're trying to come from behind. Hidalgo has come into the game. Dylan Hidalgo missing that three. Ball goes out of bounds off Arlington, though, so we'll stay on this side of the floor. I think I can put cats to sleep, but if I start putting people to sleep, then it's time to choose a different profession. Hidalgo got the jumper. Again, points are not the problem for Ozark. Stops are, though. So let's see what they can do on this side of the floor. Good to see the defending champs come out strong here tonight, though. Arlington with a good showing in this second half especially. Good ball movement, unselfish play. Williams for three, no. Sarin the rebound. Sarin swings it out. Alarid for three, an air ball. Here comes Williams and the Patriots. Bounce pass to Mallard. Mallard on the baseline. He stepped out of bounds. 12:19 left to go. Ozark with the basketball, trailing by 13. Alarid comes out. And looks like Campbell back in. Brett Campbell, number 23 for Ozark. Here's Dressler, turnaround jumper, yes. Miles Dressler's been on fire here today. He's got 20 at least in the game. Petit. Ozark remains in the zone. Look out. Trey Mallard able to gather. There was a lot of contact. No call, though. They're letting him play a little bit, and I love it. That's the way basketball should be. That was just a little bit of contact on both sides. Dressler, yes. This is the first game that we've seen on the men's side where they've let them go at it a little bit. Williams, Mallard, now Jones. Bounce pass back to Williams, steps in. Petit on the wing, drives into the lane. Over two defenders, and then Ozark bails him out with a foul there. Dressler picks it up, his first, team second. Deshaun Petit's the senior, 80% free throw shooter. 1 out of 2 here tonight. Make it 1 out of 3. Arlington started the season 0-7 against NAIA and other scholarship programs. Their first win didn't come until November 29th. They were 1-10 overall in the first semester, 14-5 since then. Lone ACCA loss came against Kansas 89-66 back on January 25th in Arlington. They don't got to worry about Kansas unless they go to the 7th place game. Kansas with a dud early on today. They had to play the 10 a.m. game, and they look like me, a group of people who are not morning people. Kansas lost to Champion in our first game today. Mallard for three from way downtown. Trey Mallard connects. Mallard just 29% three-point shooter. Looking good on that one. Now a steal. Steal by Mallard. Outlet to Petit. Petit lays it up and in, and Arlington pushes it back out to 16. This is a game that has seen 9 lead changes, but the Patriots have clamped down here in this second half. Jordan Walters, Tyler Allerid returning. Bryce Money sits down, as does Hidalgo. Dressler on the left block, spinning in the lane, and good defense by Morgan to alter that shot. Just past the midway point of this second half, Arlington in control. It's Williams to the hoop, yes. Arlington with its biggest lead of the night at 18. This is a game that Ozark led at the half, albeit just by 1, 38-37. They traded buckets to start the second half, and then Arlington went on a 10-0 run, and they have pushed the lead out even further since then. They're going to keep the ball here as it was deflected off the foot of an Ambassadors player. Moore into the game for Ozark. Brandon Harris for Arlington into the game. And Harris will inbound it. Here's Morgan. Kennedy Jones with the hand in his face, does not matter. He is now 9 for 12, and Arlington has opened up a 20-point lead. Sarin top of the key. There's Campbell on the right, top of the key. Walters from deep, can't get it to go. Kennedy Jones with another rebound. He's approaching, I want to say a double-double. Let me double check on that. Well, maybe not quite. Morgan short on the hook. Campbell the rebound. Sarin top of the key, drives into the lane, puts it too strong off the glass, and Morgan the rebound. Outlet to Petit. Running and gunning the Patriots. Petit out of control on that shot, though. Sarin looking to push at it, poked away, stays with it, got it to Campbell. Campbell underneath to Moore, yes. Still time for Ozark. They're up against it, but they got to play flawless, and if they can certainly still get back into it. Harris out deep. Petit drives in, gets it back out to Harris. Harris, rainbow three is off the mark. Allerid with the rebound, looks to push to Campbell. Campbell running the floor and able to score. Back-to-back buckets for Ozark. 16-point game. Mallard on the near side. Garrett on the far. Bounce pass to Petit. Rises for three. Around the rim, no. Moore the rebound. Allerid lost it, but deflected, they say, by Arlington. Bryce Money back into the game for Ozark. Williams returns for Arlington. Allerid. Here's Money. Looking to back down Petit. He does. Goes right to the hoop. Bryce Money, his second field goal here in this second half. He's now got 10 points. Morgan throws it away. 6-0 run by Ozark. Now they got a 2-on-2. Money will keep it. He's stripped by Williams, but fouled. So Money will go to the line. It's team foul number 4 on Arlington. 6-0 run for Ozark. They're looking to extend the run now. Price money 84% from the charity stripe this season. T-Sean Garrett back out on the court. Miles Dressler returns for Ozark. Money. Got the second one, but I think it's going to be discarded, a lane violation. You got to wait if you're the shooter until the ball hits the rim, and Money went early, so lane violation. Good call. This has been a well-officiated game today. Mallard. Kennedy Jones. Man, he is fun to watch. Kennedy Jones is now 11 for 13, I believe, from the field. Maybe 11 for 14. Allered comes up short. Jones the rebound. Petit from Williams. And he'll back it out. Williams up top. Mallard on the right. Kennedy Jones from the elbow. Got another one. Kennedy Jones is on fire here in Joplin. Timeout by Ozark. We will step aside. Arlington in control with 6:04 left to go. We'll be back after this. Ozark with the basketball, 25 on the shot clock. They are up against it right now. Ambassadors Bryce Money with the bucket. And that three ball is off the mark. Offensive rebound by Dressler. Turnaround jumper is good. Well, Miles Dressler gets it to go. Arlington still in control, though, leading by 15 points. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. The 2019 ACCA tournament winding down day number 1. Winner of this game will play ULA tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for a trip to the championship game. Arlington, the defending champions, winning last year. Driving to the bucket, unable to score is Petit, and here comes Ozark. Again, still not over. Allered goes to the bucket. Oh, can't get the roll. Would have helped if he could have gotten that one, but he does draw the foul. Allered draws the 5th team foul on Arlington, just 2 in the game for Ozark. Connects on the first free throw. Loser of this game goes to the consolation game tomorrow afternoon. That'll be against Barclay. .13 game. Kennedy Jones has been the man here tonight for Arlington. He gets another bucket. Timeout for Arlington. We'll take a quick break. Welcome back, everybody. We've got less than 5 minutes remaining. Arlington trailing by 15 with the basketball. Bryce Money, some nifty moves, and on the floor they're going to get a foul called on Arlington. That will be team foul number 6. Petit called for the foul, just his first. On the miss, Williams, bounce pass to Trey Mallard, had trouble with it. It's a steal for Ozark on the run out, scooping it up and in. Sarin, who got the steal. Some light trapping pressure for Ozark, a kickball there, a 13-point game. Arlington content to run some clock. Jordan Williams now starts to go. Petit with 7 to shoot. Petit gets it out to Mallard. Mallard, open look for 3, missed it short. Kennedy Jones, the man of the match, had the offensive rebound, then he had it stripped, and now we have a foul called. And is he going against Arlington again? I'm not sure here. Did we get a timeout called? I have no idea what's going on. Oh, there might be blood on Bryce Money, so that's what the stoppage is. So he's got to come out. Number 22 is Chris Hurd into the game for Ozark while they clean up Bryce Money. Everything has an explanation. Fading away, Allered with a pretty bucket, and it's an 11-point game, so it's not over yet. Ozark trying to make things interesting, and they force a turnover here. So they get the ball back and get a bucket here, and all of a sudden it's a brand new game. Or close to it, I should say. They'll try to cut it to single digits, if nothing else. Patient offense for Ozark. No need to force anything. Need a good possession here. Driving Allered shows the ball. It's tipped out to Dressler. Fakes the 3. Gets it back. 3 ball by Allered is no good. And the rebound controlled by Mallard. Now a turnover. And Arlington will call for time. So we'll step aside once again. Come back inside 3 minutes to go. Arlington trying to hang on. $80-69. Bryce Money still out of the game, so might have been a little more something than just blood on him. Arlington with the basketball. They'll slow things up here, run some clock. Look out. That's going to be another turnover, so Arlington's gotten sloppy here late. Can Ozark cut it to single digits now? That's the question. There was an issue with the shot clock, so we're going to have to stop things here, and they'll reset it down to 25. Hurd will inbound it for Ozark. Allerid. Here's Sarin on the right side. Sarin drives to the bucket. Couple of pumps. Good defense, though, on the inside. Then Sarin takes the rebound away. Jump ball called. Possession arrow does favor Arlington. Krishima, glad to be with you from Joplin, Missouri. Chilly Joplin, Missouri. It was icy today. It's going to warm up a little bit tomorrow and on Friday. And then 80 inches of snow coming on Saturday. It's between 1 and 80. They're not quite sure yet. Oh, late whistle. Ozark thought they had a turnover. Petit is fouled, though. That's team foul number 3 on Ozark, 6 on Arlington. So no free throws here. Shot clock goes to 20. I think Chris Lamb is saying you got to foul some more. They've only got 3. So Ozark might look to extend the game here. Mallard to Williams. Williams got it back to Mallard. Mallard double teamed, and now the foul by Hurd. Inside 2 to go. So Ozark's hope now, they got to foul still 3 more times to get Arlington to the free throw line. Shot clock back at 20. Another foul is taken by Ozark. Chris Hurd picking up 2 quick ones. 2 more fouls, and Arlington will be at the line. Williams again fouled by Hurd. Bryce Money back on the bench for Ozark. We'll see if they put him back in the game. So both teams with 6 team fouls now. Williams. And right now Arlington, oh, let's get that off. Sorry about that, folks. Petit. You didn't miss much other than a bunch of fouls. That ball deflected out. Shot clock is at 8. Morgan will inbound it here. Kennedy Jones got caught up in the air, and that'll be a double dribble. Traveling, whatever you want to call it. Ozark gets a turnover. They get a bucket here. They need to get a bucket. They've come up empty the last couple of possessions. Driving in. Sarin can't get it to go. Got the offensive rebound. The putback, no. Third time is the charm, though, for Sarin. And lead is single digits for Arlington. We've got another timeout. We'll be back. So 1:15 left to go. Ozark's cut it to single digits. Arlington with the basketball. Ozark goes to the press here. Mallard into the forecourt. Arlington playing keep away, and now a foul will be called, and then it'll send Bryce Morgan to the line. Morgan just 47% free throw shooter, so not a bad guy to foul in this situation. So it's a 1-and-1, 17th foul. Both teams are in the 1-and-1. And Morgan gets the friendly rim on the road. Lead back to 10. Bryce Money had to come out of the game. Might have gotten a cut or something, but he's been out for quite a while. 11-point lead. Big free throws there for Arlington. Sarin. Dressler trying to find some space. He was out of control. Luckily, he didn't get called for an offensive foul. Sarin for three. Off the mark. That's going to go out of bounds. Back to Arlington. So the defending champs are on their way to a matchup with the number 1 seed, ULA. Steal and a foul called there. Frustration foul for Arlington, but a bad decision. Now Arlington sends Ozark to the line for a 1-and-1. Oh, correction. No foul, just a jump ball, I guess. Driving to the bucket, unable to score, was Sarin. Arlington fouled. This time it's Jordan Williams who will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Jordan Williams, 72% free throw shooter. Missed the front end. Here comes Ozark. Allered goes right to the hoop. Good job by Arlington getting out of his way. Just let him score. That's okay. Petit throws it ahead to Morgan. Alley-oop looking underneath for Jones, and Jones is fouled, so he'll go to the line. Hurd called for his 4th. He came in for Bryce Money. Kennedy Jones, front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Something Arlington might want to work on. Campbell for 3, and just like that, it's a 6-point game. Still time, it's a 2-possession game. Ozark's got a foul here, though. Arlington doing a great job playing keep away. And Kennedy Jones puts the exclamation point on it. Sarin left alone. The clock hit 0, and Arlington will go to the semifinals. Let's take a look at the updated bracket real quick here. So the semifinals are set tomorrow. Carolina Christian, a champion, at 6. Then ULA against Arlington at 8 p.m. The consolation game tomorrow, Ozark and Barclay at 2 p.m. And that's how things are going to shape up tomorrow. So 6 more games starting at 10 a.m. with the women. Arlington fans, you could check out your Lady Patriots at 10 a.m. against AFLBS. And then your men's team in the semifinals tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Once again, your final, it's Arlington 84, Ozark 76. Thanks for watching, everybody. You have yourself a great